if I do it all again, just turn on this picture. Put me on them for all. Tell them play a soca song. You say I was small. I play some guitar. With me a big girl perform. I don't play a soca song. When you was small. It's another episode. Then we up on the road. This is what we love. Test on the brain, test on the brain. This is how Hollywood. No, you don't come out the boat. We just party with no mystery. Can't pay that to boss. I just party the most. I did everything worse. My character is so gross. From the time that away, I get it up for free game. This is how shut my head. Oh my God, Marty. Show them how we do jump up. Show them how we do free up. Sticking up over the money. Show them how we do jump up. Show them how we do free up. Right now let me start the drinking, start. Yes, Lucky.
Huh? NTI.org.bb, solving problems with creative and critical thinking course. Step 1, sign up for free at NTI.org.bb. Step 2, go to solving problems with creative and critical thinking course. Step 3, enroll and start learning for free. And you could be one of 3 lucky persons to win a brand new Galaxy Tab A brand spanking new. Yes, NTI.org.bb. Salutes to Indian and Chris Gill on the inside, Gab on the inside, Auntie on the inside. Salutes to Donna for all the information, Raquel on the outside, making sure everything correct. Thank you very much. You know, teamwork makes the dream work. First, ma'am, before you answer my questions, I can talk quite malicious. I know they have something going on this weekend that I would love barbers to come out and support. So can you please tell us what you have going on this weekend? Because I'm sure a good few parents and adults as well that might not have children but still want to learn information for themselves could benefit from this, and if it's free or not.
Okay, this weekend at Sky Mall we are having a workshop. It's called Approaches to Montessori and Multisensory Learning.
Nice.
So it looks at the basically structured literacy approach as well, and how we use multisensory learning to enhance teaching. And it's not free. It's $150, but we do have a giveaway. We can give away a ticket today if you like.
Free?
Absolutely. We've been sponsored 2 free tickets, so we need to give them away. So yes.
2 free tickets to the $150 each value?
Yes.
That we're talking about, man. That we're talking about. Make sure we give you the information. You tell them again what is going on. This Saturday is at Sky Mall. Tell them the time it's starting. Tell them what is on so they can know what they are winning, and we will make sure that Ian and Chris give you these tickets before the evening is over. And thank you so much. I'm sure this will benefit a lot of people.
Yes, it would. So it's, as I said, it's approaches to Montessori and multisensory learning. It's very hands-on activities that parents, teachers, educators can learn a lot from. They learn how to enhance the teaching as well as they learn how to make easy hands-on activities for children and adults as well. So it is at Sky Mall in conference room 1 from 8:30 on Saturday morning until 3 p.m. So it should be a fantastic workshop.
No, I'm sure it will be. And two free tickets right here on Heartland 5.3 FM. When I can blow in and Chris Gill, when we finish. So, ma'am, we have 5 minutes, and thanks again for that. And Indian, don't let me forget before we end, make sure you give that information again so people know where they can be winning with the 2 tickets.
Right.
So remind me before we end, ma'am.
Yeah.
Please, can you tell us about different learning disabilities that we may not have mentioned this evening, and how can we spot them?
Okay, so
Please.
so specific learning disabilities is a big umbrella for different types of learning disabilities. And of course, we mentioned one earlier, which is dyslexia, which is a difficulty with reading, spelling, right? And then there's dyscalculia, which is a math disability. So again, I will give you, and then there's dysgraphia, which is a writing disability. Okay.
I got dysgraphia.
So some of these symptoms of dysgraphia, Sluggy, would be writing extremely slowly, having difficulty, getting your thoughts down on paper quickly.
Oh, I got that.
Right? Yeah, you take a very long time to write the words and letters, and you struggle with the spelling. Most people with this graphia, they all have difficulties with organization, even organizing their thoughts. Like I said earlier, thoughts on paper, but just organization in general, as it relates to everyday activities as well, because it does impact this dyscalculia, dysgraphia, dyslexia, ADHD. It does impact your everyday living, so especially when it comes to writing. So you can see that some adults or children may, like I said, write their name backwards. And that is a myth. When I just want to clear that, because it does not necessarily mean that you have dyslexia if you write a BND backwards. That's just a developmental thing. But most persons with as I said, dyslexia, they struggle with their writing, their reading, their spelling. They are unable to decode words properly, as well as reading. When it comes to reading, they may mix up the words. They may take long to understand comprehension. They're unable to tell you already what they've read. So they struggle significantly with dyscalculia. That's basically a math difficulty. And persons with dyscalculia, they struggle with math concepts, understanding numbers, understanding that there's steps within math problems. They struggle with worded problems. So a child who struggles with math, when it gets to worded problems, they struggle there as well. So, and then there's ADHD as well. That's attention deficit hyperactive disorder. There are two different types. There's three different types. There's the inattentive type, there's the hyperactive type, and then there's both. So a person can have one, they can have both, two, or they can have two of them combined.
Ma'am, when you mentioned the various learning disabilities just now, it couldn't help but think of, especially in the past, especially in my time, how many persons might have had disabilities that we never knew of, we never know in terms of, we never knew how to diagnose them, or we never know how to deal with them. I think it's important that families know about these disabilities as well, so that families can help, especially where it come from. It come from down there. When it's down there, I mean in class, it just mean a rough neighborhood where, like very small, everybody's running about where it's supposed to be in school. Where parents might be in jail, parents might be dead, or parents might be on drugs or something. So, many times different parts of the family helping raise the children, the auntie, the uncle, the grandmother. And then some of us may honestly not know Indian. We may not know what to look for. We may just think, well, for me, I'm ignorant, this body dumpsy, this body can't add. So he just dumpsy. Not knowing it may very well be a problem. Can you tell us how early can we spot these signs, and what steps we should take if we ever spot any of these signs?
Well, yes, of course. First of all, dyslexia can be diagnosed as early as 5.5.
That early?
That early, but guess what? You can actually see symptoms of dyslexia from as early as 4 years old, preschool, kindergarten. So it's really important that parents understand what those different symptoms or signs are, so they don't go through the labeling and causing children, because it's a hidden disability. You'll see the person, I see you, but I don't know that you have a learning difficulty or a disability. It's nothing to see. You have, right, exactly. So, and then people articulate very well. They can speak well, and they speak orally very well. But then when it comes to the actual writing on paper and doing the math, and if they do have attention deficit combined with dyslexia or combined with dysgraphia,
which can happen, right?
Which can happen, and it's called comorbidity. So you can have two disabilities occurring at the same time, or three for that matter. So it's really important for parents and teachers and educators to understand what those signs and symptoms look like, and see if you can get an assessment or some type of screening as early as possible, so the child does not continue to fall through the cracks.
And there's no reason why you try to catch these things, right? I can't say about it because they shout a lot, because it always in sun. It isn't anything like that that causes these problems, right? It's voluntary.
People think that, I've heard where parents said, because I didn't read a lot to my child, that's why they have dyslexia. Absolutely not. It's actually a genetic. So you may have a family member who may have it. Okay. And likely, if you have one parent with dyslexia, you likely may have it. If you have both parents with dyslexia, then you will 100% likely have dyslexia.
Miss Gay, I can tell you what we did this evening, right? I can tell you what we did this evening. You showed me that a lot of these parenting programs, and salute to the National Peace Program in my workplace, right? Salute to the NTI, right, for doing this program, right, Indian? It shows me quickly that a lot of these programs and these discussions and these knowledge and skills on how to deal with these things need to be shared with the average person. We may feel there's a big people problem. When I say big people, I mean like people that make legislations or those that make policy, that create policy, where we may think sorry, and then very often that's me and you guys are uncle or brother or cousin, you get me? So knowing these things can help everybody. So we gotta find ways to make it feel sexy to make it feel good that people want to hear. We gotta find ways, it's being real. We gotta find ways to bring this conversation for the average person, because there could be a lot of people, that, especially where you come from, that's the ghetto. There could be a lot of people with learning disabilities and don't know it, and they're suffering because they feel at the dump seat. That time there's a simple solution, someone like yourself who can point out over a period of time with structured literacy and so on, and dyslexia therapy, who through these things, these simple steps, can deal with the problem and, like you said, be a high achiever. So I don't know who listening, but I know who I'm talking to. We need to find ways to bring these conversations that everybody can hear. Indian Chris Gill, Voice Radio Show, every single day at 3 p.m. 8 p.m. Gabs, thank you. Donna, thank you. NTI.org.bb, man, quickly before we go in 30 seconds, please tell them Saturday, what time, and what is going on, so they can get these 2 tickets from Indian Chris Gill.
Yes, Saturday from 8:30 to 3 p.m. at Skymon Conference Room, Romp 1. It's the approaches to Montessori and multisensory learning. You can get these free tickets via Sluggy Dan or
Indian Chris Gill. Don't turn off the radio. Keep it right there. Yeah. Don't change that dial. Indian.
Yes.
Manners.
Respect, brother. Natasha Gray, big up yourself. That was your midweek mindset.
Win big with NTI this Easter. Press forward with the free NTI Coursera course, and you have a chance to win one of 3 tablets. We have a sweet short course for winner. Solving problems with creative and critical thinking. Problems can always come, but how we press forward in the face of those challenges is what really matters. It only takes 3 hours to complete. If you're a student, professional, entrepreneur, just want to grow and improve yourself, finish it by